Welcome to another ride on Jabula, a show where ideas and conversations always come together to touch a lot of us. Much love to everyone for the continued support. A special shout out to the City of St. John's and Arsenal. It is your grants which continue making it possible for us to keep doing this show. I'm your host, Mr. T, and today we're going to know another amazing guest who's really established in the dancing scene in St. John's and beyond, Lynn Panting. Take us back to where it all started.
Dancing when I was around 6 years old, and I think my parents were a little bit hesitant to put me in a program because, you know, little kids, what are they gonna like? What are they gonna stick to? But my mom's very best friend, Pauline Emery, was a dancer, and I think I was very influenced by her. I started there, and I danced with Sandra Blackmore all the way through my childhood and teen years. And as I got a little bit older, I got more and more interested in that type of dance studio life. And
so how has been that part of your journey with regards to teaching
ballet? And when I started teaching, I kind of wanted to open the dance world up to more people. So my big mantra when it comes to teaching is I'm all about confidence, because I think that a lot of people have lost the connection between, you know, themselves as an individual and then their body and how it moves in the world. And really, everyone can dance. With little kids, they just start moving and grooving, and somewhere along the way, we lose that confidence and we lose that connection with our body. So it was very important.
You've been involved in many amazing performances over the past few years. So which ones are the ones that stands out and will be the most memorable for you?
It was actually Jerry Morita's Spatial Pull. And what that dance piece was, it was an installation dance piece for the public that took place at the courthouse steps between Ducker Street and Water Street. And it was 10 to 15 people, all dressed in black formal wear with like full beat makeup and, high heels and great hair, black dresses and tuxes and top hats, really gorgeous, kind of upscale, cocktail party style dress. And we'd start at the top of the stairs, and in slow motion, we fell over them. And it took about half an hour to get from the top of the stairs to the bottom. And so you can imagine, just kind of like your face against the step, and it had rained the day before. So by the time we were done, like your clothes are a little bit muddy. There's a really great picture of me and my arm is reaching out, but also in the frame, there's like a Tim Hortons cup. And it was so fun to kind of engage the public with something, a little bit, outside of the everyday. So that's one of my favorites. Another thing, and kind of where I got my start as a choreographer, is we'd have a lot of community burlesque nights. There's still lots of burlesque performers and companies that kind of do it now, and they're absolutely fabulous. But at the time, I would say about 15 years ago, there was kind of a broader aspect to who was performing. So you would have musicians and contemporary dancers, and of course burlesque performers, circus artists, aerialists, spoken word poets. You'd have like a big communal space where people would get together either in a bar or in a small theater and kind of present just a very short, contained work. And so I started with these 5-minute pieces, and the pieces were silly and a little bit offbeat and a little bit sexy. And we tried to use a lot of local musical influence. So I really remember that. And then I would be remiss if I did not mention, I also do a lot of musical theater work, and Terry Andrews is one of my mentors and heroes. And every year, of course, not this year because of regulations, she puts off Divas Do Christmas. And that's kind of where I get to live my Rockette fantasy. I get to wear the Santa suit, do the high kicks. I get to dance with my dear friend, Phil Goodrich, and we've been dancing the same kind of partner part for like 10 years, and really enjoy the big spectacle theater aspect of dance in a way that I wouldn't be able to every day. So that's another really fun one.
The first one is you have a film coming up. You've also been busy with Untillables. Can you just take us through those two parts of the journey?
I have a dance film that's actually coming out on Saturday, November 7th, and you can find that through Resource Center Through the Arts YouTube channel, and that's going to be streaming until November the 30th. So you have from the 7th until the end of the month to check it out. And what it was is I received a grant to do this big multidisciplinary piece that was all about dancers being in contact and being lifted and jumping on each other. And then of course, the pandemic hit and it was impossible to do. And so we developed the piece, instead of it being bodies that connect, we had everyone kind of connect their own hands. So it started with that image. And we turned it into a dance film because of course we can't look for big audiences these days. And Richie Perez, who is an incredible photographer and videographer, came on board and really got in there in a safe way with the dancers to create this beautiful dance film that's shot on Bell Island, and it's called Pursuit. You can find information about that on my website. Is a new movement theater company called Untellable. So I'm the artistic director and producer, and we launched in October with this really exciting project that you're a part of, and your solo's coming up in the next couple of weeks called Mayflies. And Mayflies is inspired by Al Pittman, who's a poet from the west coast of Newfoundland. His poem Mayflies, which kind of just talks about the fleetingness of life. And we asked if people would donate a 1-minute little solo so that we could have 50 in total. And then each weekday we're distributing them on Instagram. So each day you get a new little story, a new little insight, a different performer. And then the next day you have something new again. So I just really like the idea because it connects to, of course, Mayflies, like the here and then gone again, but also because we're releasing on Instagram and things are moving so quickly in these times, I just thought it was the perfect platform. It's really accessible, and you can see there's all kinds of different dancers from all kinds of different backgrounds.
And I know other people also have many ideas about doing something with art, beat, dance in our community. And then grants is another part that can help you with that. And I know the process can be very intimidating at the start. So what advice would you give to someone starting out?
First, I'd like to let everyone know that Untellable has a program that's going to start in 2021 that's going to pair an emerging artist with a volunteer established artist. The program is completely free, and what it gives you 2 hours with someone that has the experience. So if you have a piece and you're looking for an outside eye to see how you might change it or heighten it or develop it further, or you need advice if you're looking to tour, or you're looking to produce for the first time, or if you're looking to present your first grant, if you're looking to apply for some money, we can pair you up with someone that has experience. But I know that the city grant deadline is coming up at the end of November, so you probably want some advice for now. My very first piece of advice would be to really read the grant and understand what the organization is looking for. And you can't just copy and paste information from one grant to another. The other most important thing that you can start doing today is build up a portfolio of your work. So when you're presenting a grant, particularly if people don't know you yet, they want to see evidence. They want to know what you do, who you are, and that you're capable of creating the project that you're proposing. So make sure you have lots of video. Make sure you have clear photography. If you have testimonials from people from audience members or from people involved in your project, those things really go a long way. We want hard proof and evidence, just like you're defending yourself in a court of law. We want to, right? We want to.
In the court of dance.
In the court of granting, people just want to see, okay, oh, this person said that they do this. Oh, look, they really do that. Cool.
So how can people get in touch with you and keep up with some of your projects?
Well, for sure. I have a website that I run and manage as well, and it's called lynnpantingdance.com. So my last name is Panting, like out of breath, if that helps you remember it. You can also find me on Facebook and on Instagram, Lynn Panting Dance. Untellable is untellable.ca, and we're a new organization, so please check us out. We're looking to expand over the next couple of years, and we'd really like to have more and more people involved. You can also find us on Instagram and Facebook as well.